Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. My name is Denise Cox, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Trail, British Columbia, Canada. And today is Friday, January 26, 2024, and I am here to do my weekly Fancy Fold Friday video with you. So I'm just going to close this door back here so we don't have the glare of those lights. All right. I've got a little bit of a different setup here in my video room today. So we're going to give that a try and see. So if you're watching, when you're watching, pop on and say hello. Let me know you're here. I'd like to know who I'm stamping with and where you are. So today it is, I'm just looking out my window here above me, and it is gloomy and wet and yucky here. So it is not a very nice day. So it's a good day to be inside stamping. Alrighty, so remember, if you're over on my Facebook group, Bird's Nest Designs Creative Corner, you do need to give access to StreamYard for me to be able to see your name. Otherwise, it just says Facebook user. So if you do that, just click on that. That would be awesome. And I know who I'm stamping with. Hello, Beverly. Welcome. So today we are going to stamp with the hot air balloon, the hot air balloon suite from the mini catalog. Oh, hello, everybody. Sonia and Michelle and Mario. Hello, hello. Okay, so we have hot air balloon suite that we're going to be using, and we are going to create a really fun triangular easel card is what I'm calling it. I don't know what the actual name is. I'm terrible. I'm terrible with knowing what these fancy folds are called, but that's what we're going to call this one. And so we are going to stamp something really fun and bright and cheerful for this gloomy day. Okay, so couple of things. Do I have anything I want to talk to you guys about before we get stamping? I don't know, anybody got any exciting plans for the weekend? Coming. I can't believe it's already another week has flown by in January. We're like at the end of January. That is crazy. And that means that celebration, Stampin' Up! Celebration is almost halfway over. That's craziness. I can't believe how quickly this first month of 2024 has gone by. It is just mind-blowing. Okay, how many of you want to do some stamping and see what we're going to make today? Me. All right, I'm going to flip the camera down. I don't have a lot to chit-chat about today, so we're going to flip the camera down and get to making something fun and bright today. Hello, Alexina. Welcome. All right, so, I hope that's a little bit less blurry on your end. Goodness. Okay, so as I said, we're trying out a new setup here today in my studio. I'm quite excited about it, actually, so I hope it's going to work out really well. Okay, so in the background here, you guys can see my beautiful glass mat. We've talked about this quite a bit this month. This is an option you can get and add to your starter kit for free if you join my team during celebration. So I love this. It comes with this beautiful glass mat, which is a perfect surface for stamping. Also comes with a silicone tray and this fun chamois that is super easy to clean everything off. Okay, so any questions about that, you can reach out, but it is the best time right now to join Stampin' Up! And get this beautiful tool for free. So we're going to move those two things off to the side just for the moment because we don't need them right now. And we're going to show you what we're playing with today. So we are going to play with the Lighter Than Air on Hot Air Balloon Suite. So in the mini catalog, you can see this suite on page, I have it all marked here ready for you, on page 33. Okay, so here is this beautiful suite. Isn't it fun? I just love all the fun colors. The images are great. I just absolutely love this. So here in Canada, this is $102.25 to get the entire collection. We're going to play with every piece of this today, which is fun. And if you want to see that stamp set up close, of course, you can look over here and get some more great sample ideas on page 34. Okay, so that's what we're playing with. Let me show you. I made this little, I had my catalog lunch party yesterday, and so I had made this little sampling of the designer series paper for everyone to check out while they were at the event. So I'm just going to flip through it real quick. This paper comes in 6x6, but here are the fun patterns that you'll be able to play with when you order this paper. I love the colors. I hope the colors are coming through on the screen okay. This polka dot one is super fun. I just love that. And of course, the clouds and the rainbows are beautiful as well. And there, so that is the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper. If you just wanted to order the paper, the item code is 162747 and it's $17. So this paper is, in my opinion, a must-have. It's so bright and fun. Okay. Again, we have the bundle we're going to play with today. I've already got my dies cut out, but you can see that these dies coordinate with all of the stamp sets. We also have some fun little extras, some clouds, a little birthday banner, some, what do you want to call these? Little banner pieces, I guess, that would go in between the balloons. So those are really fun too. So lots of options. And then look at this one. This one is like a heart-shaped balloon that would cut out. Or for Valentine's Day is coming, you could just use this as a heart accent on any of your projects. So this is a really, really great die set. And of course, it's even better when you add it with the snap. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. And we're going to pull in our pieces. I do have everything cut and prepped here. So we've got a piece of, I'll give you the dimensions. This is 4x4, this beautiful balloon paper. This is 1x4 with our rainbow pattern. I've got a, oh, can you guys hear my dog barking upstairs? The mailman must be coming. Okay, this is 4x4 basic white. And then I have some die cuts. So I've cut out 2 banners. We only need 1, but just in case. I've got a stylish shapes square. I believe this is a 3-inch. Oh, 2 3/4 inch stylish shape square. And then I've gone ahead and cut out from the hot air balloons, a balloon shape and one of the single clouds. Okay, now to start with, I'm going to set those off to the side for a minute. We are going to start with our card base. So I'm using Balmy Blue today. And this is just 4 1/4 by 11. So I've just cut a piece of cardstock in half lengthwise. And then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. And we're going to do some scoring on here to make our fancy fold. So the first thing I want to do is score it in half. So I'm going to line it up at the 5 1/2. I'm going to put my cutting blade way up here at the top so I don't get confused and use the wrong one. And then I'm going to take my scoring blade and just score that at 5 1/2. Then I'm going to move this over. I'm going to extend my arm over here. Okay, so I'm going to move that over 1 1/4 inches. So we were at 5 1/2. So now I'm going to go to 6 3/4, lining that up here, and then I'm going to score that. Okay, so now we have those 2 score lines. Then what I want to do is score it diagonally from this score line bottom up to this top of the card. So I'm going to open this up and set that into my track so that the corner is lined up and the score line is lined up in that cutting track. And then I'm going to score that. So now we have our score line. Oh, I just thought for a second, I thought I scored it the wrong way, but I didn't. That's right. So we have, can you see that score line in there? Perfect. Before I put this away, we do need to cut, I can put this arm back in. We do need to cut our 4x4 designer series paper. Right here. So this balloon piece, which I told you was 4x4, we need to cut that diagonally as well. So again, we're going to go the same direction. We're going to go from the bottom left to the top right. Hi, Sandy. Hello, Bev. Welcome, ladies. Okay, so we're going to line that up into my track again. This time we're not scoring. We're actually going to cut this one. Okay, so then I'm just going to cut that on an angle. And now we have our 2 triangular pieces, okay? All right, now we're done with that cutter. I'm going to take a quick drink of my coffee. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead. Let's do some stamping and then we'll assemble the card. So I'm just going to set these pieces over here. And we don't need that one right now. Like I said, I cut out 2 banners just in case I didn't line up my stamping properly. But for ink pads today, we're going to use Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight. let's start with our Misty Moonlight because we just need to do one stamp with that guy. Oh no, we need to do two. So I'm going to start with Wish Big. And I'm going to stamp that onto the banner. Okay, so we've got that onto our banner. Fits perfectly on there. We don't need this one because that stamping worked out well. I am going to set that aside because we're going to need that in a sec. Now I'm going to switch to Balmy Blue. And we're going to stamp our balloon onto our die cut here. So I'm using this balloon with the center that's going to come out blank. Ink that up. I'm wondering if I should grab my silicone mat. Oh, that's going to fall. So I've grabbed my silicone mat just to put it on here so I can see this image or this die cut a little bit better. And get this nice and inked up. And then we should be able to line this up nicely on our die cut. Perfectly. See how great that is? When you put your silicone mat, you can really see where your paper is. And it's super easy to line up those pre-cut die cuts. So we've got that. I want to stamp on the inside. So this 4x4 basic white is for the inside of our card. And so because we've stamped Wish Big on the front, I'm going to stamp this up, up and away. Hooray, it's your birthday. I love that. That's so fun. I'm going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp it near the top, and I'll explain why in just a minute. As we put this card together, that'll make more sense. So we've got that stamped up there. And then let's add a little bit of fun. So I've got this other shaped balloon right here. This is the first time this one's seeing ink. I haven't played with this one yet. We're going to ink that up. And I just want to kind of set it off to the side, intentionally coming off the edge of the paper a bit. Like that. That is a super cute little balloon. Alrighty, now we're not quite done our stamping. So I'm just going to set that off for a second. And I'm going to bring in a blending brush. Okay, so I've got my blending brush. This is one of the larger ones. We do have two sizes with Stampin' Up. We have the regular size and then we have the minis. This is the regular size. When you order them, you do get 3 in a package. I'm going to show you one of the things I love about this glass mat. So I've got my blending brush all inked up, and then I can just come off onto here and then blend across my square. And all I'm trying to do is create a little bit of like sky and cloud looking without being really technical and using, you know, die cuts and punches and all those. I'm just giving it kind of a look like, oh, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's very subtle, but you can see there's blue with the clouds left. Can you guys see that in the video? I hope so. I hope you can see that blending on there. And then I'm going to take my blending brush. This time I'm going to pick up my cloud and I'm just going to kind of dust the edges with my blending brush. Notice I didn't ink it again because I just wanted this to be nice and light. Okay, so now we have our blending done. We've got our stamping, and the last thing we want to do is add our basket. So I'm going to close up my Balmy Blue, and then we'll bring back this Misty Moonlight. And on our square, I'm going to stamp this little balloon basket centered near the bottom. Okay, I'll stamp that on here. And then we're going to add a little basket to our inside one as well. And this one's going to fit a little, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't want to put this on here. Is there a smaller one? That one looks a bit too, oh yes. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to this little basket here. We're using the bigger one. We're going to switch to the smaller one because that one I was going to ink is way too big. So we'll just cheat a little bit and we'll just stick that one on the back of there. Ink it up in our Misty Moonlight. And then come over here and we'll line that up like that. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. What do you guys think? Awfully quiet in the comments today. It's Friday. I know it's probably been a long week for lots of you too. Okay, so here we have our stamping. Now we're going to start doing some assembling. So I'll put those off to the side. Let's bring in our card base. Hi, Gail. Welcome. Okay, so again, we're going to take our card base, and what we're going to do this time is we're going to fold on the score line that was the half, so on the 5.5 score line. We've got that cut. Score that. Then we're going to create like a book fold. So we're going to fold it back on this other 6 3/4 line that we created. Okay. And then we have this, we're going to then take this bottom right corner and just sort of push, and you'll see it starts to fold on that triangular diagonal line, and then we'll score that one as well. Okay, so now there is our card created. We're going to open it up and add a bit of adhesive right in here. That's probably way more than I needed to put. Okay, so we're just going to put that in. And then we can start adding our designer paper. So we'll take our rainbow, our 1-inch strip that we cut earlier, and we're going to attach that to our binding there. I like that white glue because it gives me that wiggle room to like adjust it a bit once I've set it down. Okay, so we've got that on there. Then we'll take our 2 triangular pieces that we cut. Remember, we had that 4x4 piece that we cut in half diagonally, and we're going to put that on either side of our diagonal fold. I think my glue is getting to the end here. So we'll attach that on here. Again, using the white glue so I have the wiggle room. You use whatever glue your preference is. I like both. I like the seal and I like the white glue. It kind of depends on the application. And sometimes it just depends whichever one is closest. So we're going to add a little bit more of this white glue on here. And then we'll do this. And we can try and line up. So remember, when we cut this in half, so this balloon should be somewhat lined up on either side of that score line. Okay, so there we have, and see how our card is going to fold and stand up like this. Have you guys made cards like this before? Is this a new fold to you? Let me know in the comments if this is a new one or if you've done something similar before. Okay, so now we can go ahead. We're going to attach the inside that we stamped. We'll attach that to the inside of our card. Oh, it's new. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. I love that. I love that I can teach you something new. Okay, so there is our inside of our card. Then we can go ahead and let's put our balloon on. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to put our balloon on. We're going to put this square on next. So what I'm going to do is line up the corners to our score line. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals right here. And basically what I want to do is add some dimensionals to that bottom kind of diagonal part. And then because I know my card is going to go here, I kind of want it centered, I'm just going to sneak a little dimensional in under there. Okay, so let's take those backings off. Now it's really important that you don't get your dimensionals or your adhesive, if you're using adhesive, beyond this score line, because then the mechanism won't work. It'll be glued shut and that won't be very good. Okay, so lining that up, I want this to kind of be centered. Remember, we're lining up the corner with the score line. And then we can just sort of put that down. And then our mechanism still works. And so all is good. Alrighty, now let's add our balloon. So we're going to take some more stamping dimensionals. And we're going to put them on the back of our balloon. Oh, don't put one too close. If you're making the card the same as me, do not put one too close to the top, and I'll show you why. So we're going to peel those off. We're going to line that up with our basket. And the reason I didn't want those so close to the top was because notice that that comes over the top of our square. And had that dimensional been sticking out here, when we close it, it would have, again, glued our mechanism shut. So we don't want to do that. So we've got it there. Now we can take our Wish Big. And this one, I'm very tempted to put more dimensionals on it, but we've already got it doubled. And I may want to mail this card. I don't want to have to pay extra postage. So I'm just going to use my white glue. And we're going to glue this banner right over top. See how beautifully that fits in between those two stamped pieces? It's perfect. So isn't that sweet? All right, next thing we're going to do is take our cloud, and I'm going to grab mini dimensionals. I think I have some here handy. Maybe I don't. Okay, well, if ever you're missing, you don't have the minis, then we can just cut apart our outer edges. I don't waste any of these dimensionals. So I'm going to take and just cut a little piece off the end here, the edge. I'm going to grab our little balloon or cloud, put the dimensional on the cloud. And then what you want to do is you want to take your card and stand it up where you would want it to be. So if that's how far you want it to stand, then if you want it down a bit more, maybe a bit more, we're going to put the cloud right there. And that is going to act as our stopper. So now the card will stay open on its own. So when your recipient gets it, it'll be closed up in the envelope, and all they have to do is pop it up like that, and you have this beautiful displayed card. So let's continue because we're not done yet. We don't have any bling. We don't have any embellishments. So we got to finish this card up a bit. So in that suite, the hot air balloon suite, you get this 3-pack of beautiful twine. Any of these colors would look really nice. What color do you guys think we should use? We've got Calypso Coral, Lemon Lolly, or Balmy Blue. So you guys tell me in the comments, which one do you think we should use? In the meantime, I'm going to grab the embellishment. So these are the rainbow adhesive backed dots. And they come, I don't know why mine came all like this. They're a little bit crazy, but they still work. They're still sticky, I checked. So we're going to use these to add a little bit of bling to our card. So I'm waiting to see what you guys think. I've got one for coral, a couple for lemon lolly, 3 for lemon lolly. Looks like lemon lolly is the winner. All right. So yes, lemon lolly is taking the lead. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this lemon lolly twine out. And I'm going to cut, I would say, I don't know, 12 to 14 inches of twine. Okay. And I'm going to double it up. I like to double up my baker's twine. So we've got it doubled. And then I'm going to tie a bow. Hopefully, usually I can tie bows so easily. And sometimes when I'm doing them on a video, it doesn't always work. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So you just make your bow, and then you can pull the tails to kind of tweak it and make it cute and pretty. All right, so there's our bow. And I'll grab a mini glue dot, is my favorite to glue down twine with. So grab a we'll grab a glue dot, stick it on there. Sometimes you have to just sort of pinch it too so that it's not extending beyond the twine. Or you can get it and like roll it between your fingers and then put it on the back, whichever works. So we're going to stick that to the very bottom of our hot air balloon. Isn't that cute? And then we'll just trim these ends of our ribbon. Get rid of that loopy one. Oh, that didn't work. These scissors need to be cleaned. I think I said that last video and I forgot to do it. Okay. Isn't that sweet? Now we'll go ahead and we'll add some of these dots. So here is the full pack so you guys can see how beautiful these dots are. But I do have one here that I've been using. So we're going to use up some of those first. Okay. So we can tie in with our ribbon, and we can use a few of these lemon lolly ones. And we could, we could really just mix it all up. I think that's what we should do. Let's add a pink one down here, a coral. Oh, it's pink. That one's pink. And then maybe we'll add a blue one as well to kind of bring out some of that blue down there. Okay, I love it. What do you guys think? Isn't that a fun card? Okay, so there is our card, all standing up pretty so it can be on display for our recipient, and they can have this beautiful card standing in front of them. I'm trying to get these dimensionals. They're driving me crazy. Okay, so there's our card. Now I want to show you the sample I originally made, and Suzanne had suggested the coral, so that's what I used on my original one that I did. Right there, I used the coral, and then I used the opaque faceted gems from the celebration. So these are the gems you can choose for free when you spend $60 in Canada. The opaque faceted gems, they're so pretty. So that's what I used to put on here to tie in with the coral. But here is our lemon lolly. So there's two different, just slightly different variations of the same card. This one, I just stamped the sentiment in the inside. The one we did today, I stamped the cute little balloon in there too, which I really like. So there's our card for today. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. I will have everything uploaded to my blog by tomorrow, so you can check that out. It'll have all the measurements. It'll have a link to this replay. It'll have some pictures. And so you can recreate this card very easily just by going to createwithbirdsnest.ca. Click on the blog and you'll see all of my posts in there. And hopefully this video has been fun for you and taught you something different. And maybe a new fun fold that you can try. That would be awesome. So if you are in Canada and you'd like to place an order for any of the products I shared with you today, or any Stampin' Up products really, then you can go on over to createwithbirdsnest.ca/shop, or just go to stampinup.ca and enter this host code right here. This is my host code for January. Enter that in and you'll be shopping with me, and I will send you a thank you card and a little surprise. And then for celebration, I'm losing my words. I also have a submarine board I shared with you guys last video, which was on Monday. I shared you my video. I don't have it with me because I had my launch party yesterday and everything is not unpacked. But it's a great big board. I've made 100 squares. I've punched out 100 submarines. You get to pick a number and go on, and the lucky winner gets a stamp set or bundle of their choice. So when you order $60, you earn a square. So get that orders in, use this host code. Don't forget, if you're watching over on Facebook or YouTube, give me a thumbs up, show me those hearts, subscribe to my channel, all those things. It means so much to me to have you guys do that. So thank you, thank you. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. I will be back Monday for my Make It Monday video for you guys. I will be live at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So I hope to see you guys all there. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope wherever you are, the weather is favorable, whether that be snow if you're a skier, or nice and sunny, or just not this gloomy weather would be nice for a change. All right, that's all I got today. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will be back Monday. I hope to see you then. Cheers.